Hello everyone. With all the recent publicity stunts surrounding Edward Snowden's new book, I had to make this video to talk about agenda-driven misinformation traps to watch out for and provide you with an overview of 3 types of government whistleblowers. Why do I say I had to? Because in these disinformation and agenda campaigns, the main tool involves using, misusing, and abusing the notion of government whistleblowers and whistleblowing. As someone who's been known as the most classified government whistleblower for 18 years, as someone who's established and directed the first and only coalition of government national security whistleblowers for over 15 years, as someone who's gone through self-publishing a book which the government officially labeled as secret and classified in its entirety after years of fighting the courts and censorship, I had to chime in with a few cautionary notes and warnings on this new Snowden PR stunt. This is not intended as any kind of an attack or personalizing an issue, so I'm going to keep it general and very blunt. When it comes to mega corporate publishers, especially in the US, no publishing channel, by that I mean none, as in zero, would ever sign a book deal with a government whistleblower in the area of intelligence and/or military without first getting what is officially called Prepublication Authorization, in short, Prepub Review. What is that? Any government employee or contractor who obtains clearance, whether at the top secret or secret level, in order to view and access classified information, has had to sign dozens of legal documents pledging to dozens of things. One of the top pledges they sign is the obligation to obtain pre-publication review and then pre-publication authorization for any nonfiction books or writings concerning the agency and the information they worked with and they worked for the rest of their lives indefinitely. How does this process work? Let's say the employee or the contractor sits down and writes a nonfiction book. Before he or she takes this manuscript draft to anyone, including a literary agent, a publisher, etc., he has to formally submit his work to the agency he works or used to work for pre-publication review. Under current laws, the agency has X number of days, usually 30 or 45 business days, to carefully read the manuscript, black out anything they deem classified or sensitive, then give it back to the writer with a letter that says the pre-publication review has been completed and the necessary blackout changes have been noted, and that the author can now take this final reviewed manuscript to publishers and publish it. I went through this entire process with my book, Classified Woman. Of course, the government, in violation of the law, sat on it for months, and finally, when they gave me back my manuscript, they had everything, every single word on every single page, including the title and my name as author, blacked out. They said that they considered the entire manuscript top secret classified, thus not authorized for publication. I went through legal battles armed with the Constitution and my attorneys, but as you know, since the September 11 terror attacks, with all 3 government branches converged in one as a national security government, there were no venues for a legal battle, even for the sake of our Constitution. Now back to the mega corporate publishers. Since I knew that I had not violated any valid classification criteria, and with my attorney's blessing, I stood by my rights and continued with my goal of publishing Classified Woman. I obtained one of the top literary agents in the country, and I submitted my manuscript to some of the top publishers, yes, mega publishers, in the US. During the first stage, when the designated reviewers in the publishing companies read manuscripts to determine if they are good and publishing worthy, my book got a lot of positive attention and praise. However, as soon as the editors would send my book to the upper echelons, I'd encounter the exact same response. Miss Edmonds, this is an amazing work, a guaranteed bestseller. However, without the FBI giving us a letter indicating that they authorized this book's publication, we cannot and will not publish it. Of course, my attorney and I would tell them what they already knew. Under our Constitution, the government did not have any legal grounds to ban this book's publication, but they would not hear any of that. They and their legal departments, their attorneys, would tell us bluntly, when it comes to agencies such as the CIA, NSA, FBI, DIA, we never, ever publish without an official authorization. Even if we did, they would come and take all the proceeds from the book, and they have also other ways to damage our company. What did I do? I went ahead and hired a solid team with an editor and a book cover designer and proofreaders, etc., and I self-published my classified book, Classified Woman. The reason I walk you through my book publishing experience as a government whistleblower and how this ties in with Edward Snowden's new book, PR Stunt, is very simple. There is no way any US publisher, especially a mega corporate one, in this case Macmillan, is going to make a deal with and transfer loads of money to Edward Snowden for a book involving the highly secretive NSA matters without an overt or covert government blessing. No way. When a mega corporate publishing company makes a mega $1 million deal with a fugitive intel whistleblower with 100% government blessing, then, in partnership with the government, puts on a PR show faking a court battle for publicity and to drive sales, you are looking at major, massive agenda peddling. What's that agenda? Whose agenda? One thing is certain. There are only nefarious and bad agendas when set and implemented jointly by government, mega corporations, and the mega media. When it comes to Snowden, this has been the case since day one of his fake whistleblowing theater. From multi-billionaire Pierre Omidyar to mainstream media coverage to murky made-up personal history, the Russia angle, and so on and so forth. After nearly 2 decades as a government whistleblower, getting to know and representing hundreds of government whistleblowers, I divide government whistleblowers into 3 broad categories. 1, real whistleblowers who start real and remain true and real until death. 2, whistleblowers who come out as real but are later co-opted and turned unreal. I also refer to them as expired whistleblowers. 3, fake fall whistleblowers designed, scripted, and promoted by the deep state agenda setters via a government corporate media partnership. I guess I don't have to tell you which category Edward Snowden belongs to. Thank you all. This is Sibel Edmonds reporting for Newsbud.